Hey there, and welcome to this week's Hacking Your Hormones for Weight Loss live Q&A. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Phyllis Thompson, your favorite hormone hacking coach for weight loss. In every single one of my lives, you'll walk away with at least one tip that you can implement right away to start shrinking that waist, feeling better, and getting rid of pesky, y'all know I can't talk, pesky symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, and brain fog. So you start aging for longevity. Now, first, I want to tell you how to submit your question because we've gotten quite a few new members in the last few days. So when we post the event, you just go to the comments and you click on the link for the form. We can't put the form link in the post because Facebook won't show it to a lot of people if we do that because they don't want to take people off the platform. So you want to make sure as many women see the event so that someone who might have a question can have the opportunity to ask. So we generally try to put the link in the comments. So you just go there, you submit your question. It doesn't take very long, 30, 45 seconds. And that's how you get your question on the live. And while we're on the lives, there won't be any lives next week in observance of the Christmas holiday and New Year's. So we will not see you next week. Have a happy and safe Christmas and New Year's. And I hope you get everything your heart desires. And we will see you in the new year. So without further ado, let's go to we got one question this week. And it is from Teresa, who says, and I got to close out some of these tabs because when you are on live, if you have too many things open, it will shut everything down. Okay. Anyway, so Teresa asks, how do you hack your hormones in order to lose weight? Well, Teresa, that depends on which hormones are out of whack. The good news is, well, it's not really good news. The news that simplifies it is generally if one hormone's out of whack, the rest of them are, because the whole system runs in harmony or disharmony. Is that a word or did I just make that up? So the first thing I would do, if you can, is go to your doctor and ask them to run a sex panel, which is your sex hormones, right? And that's going to tell us which ones are out of whack, right? But until you can do that, because I know this time of year is going to be virtually impossible to get in anytime soon. You may have to wait till the new year, new benefits, blah, blah, blah. But until then, if you take my hormone quiz, it'll tell me how you're presenting, right? And where we should start. So it'll tell me, oh, she's estrogen dominant or she might be estrogen dominant, right? I don't want to ever say someone is or isn't until we've gotten tests back. But the way you present on that quiz tells me where to start. And 99% of the time, we're right, okay? So it'll tell me if you are presenting as estrogen dominant or if you have high cortisol, or if you might possibly have an autoimmune condition, and it lets us know where to start. But where we start all of our clients is generally with meal plans, so it makes it easier for them to make the transition to eating more hormone friendly. And the meal plans are very simple and they're delicious. There are some clients who will try the meal plans for a couple of weeks, but depending on their schedule, it may not be conducive for that reason. And we will shift that and change it so that it fits their lifestyle more. So we always will customize it according to your life, right? So we dial in the nutrition, and the meal plans are designed so that you don't have to think about, oh, I got to eat more cruciferous veggies so I can metabolize all my estrogen, or I've got to eat this, I got to get omega-3s and flax seeds and, all these things. So it takes the guesswork out of it for you, and it makes it easier for you to make the transition into eating hormone-friendly foods, right? Because that's what the meal plans are made up out of, right? So you can, first of all, reduce your refined sugars, carbs, increase veggies, especially the cruciferous ones, right? So that's what we do. We dial in nutrition first. And as we're working with our clients, other things will pop up, right? We focus on getting their sleep dialed in as well. So there are certain things that work for some people that don't work for others. And that's something that we do with our clients as well. And then if it's a stress response, which it actually tends to be a stress response in quite a few women. So we adjust the program in that way so that is getting addressed, because again, what works for one woman may not work for another. So things like meditation, right? That can work really well to help bring down some of those stress levels, breathing techniques. And then sometimes adaptogens is what works for a woman. We will also talk about toxins. I don't know if you've ever noticed my water bottle, but I'm not going to say I haven't, because it's possible that I may have been like at a race or something and didn't have an option other than a plastic water bottle. But what a lot of women discount is the toxins in our environment and how they affect our endocrine system. So one of the best things you can do is ditch the plastic, right? So, and there's actually the toxins discussion is a lot bigger. It's a very big undertaking and it can be overwhelming for some women. So we take our clients through like a step-by-step process. If it's something that they need to do, right? But there are certain things that across the board I'm going to tell them to do, right? Switch out that plastic water bottle for a stainless steel one. Start switching out some of your plastics at home. It's toxic. They have BPAs in them, bisphenol A, and it is an endocrine disruptor. That means it disrupts the endocrine system, which runs our hormones, okay? So those are just a few things that we do in our program for our women to help them start to hack their hormones so that they start to lose weight. And now the 85% of our women lose 8 to 10 pounds in that first month because it's just so dialed into them and how their body changes through the program. Like I'm telling you, a few weeks in is when things starts to pop up. Like they're losing weight, but certain things will start to pop up and you're like, oh, okay, well, this is what I want you to do. Go ask your doctor for this test. And until we get that back, we're going to start to work to alleviate that symptom, right? And that's how they continue to lose weight. So there isn't a simple, easy answer other than the things I just told you. Dial in your nutrition, make sure you're getting proper rest, make sure your stress is under managed and you're alleviating that, and track your symptoms, right? Keep a little notepad or a journal and keep track of when your symptoms pop up, what you had to eat, what your mood was, how you slept that night. And you'll be able to start to see different connections there. But outside of that, I've created you an amazing tool. You may not have seen this yet because I just started talking about it, but let me see if I can reach it. I just launched, well, not launched yet. It doesn't come out until next Thursday, but in my book, I basically walk you through how to do it yourself, okay? So that is going to launch on the 28th. It'll be live on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And the book launches that day. You'll be able to purchase it that day. And it is half price that day. So you'll be able to get started with that. It's got a 28-day meal plan in there. It's got a fitness plan. It's all sorts of great information. And it has a checklist that I put at the end of it so that you can create a blueprint out of the information that we give you so you can start hacking your hormones. It's going to uncover things that you're dealing with and how to address them. So you just put all of that together with that little checklist at the end. And it basically, by the time you finish reading the book, you have a blueprint to follow for 28 days, right? And what most people don't know is my certification was actually created by some traditional medicine and functional medicine doctors. So I've actually interviewed a functional medicine doctor for the book. She's featured in the book and she's actually going to be on the live. So we are going to be picking a few people for some hot seat coaching on launch day. And yeah, so definitely actually, I think that link is in the group for you to be reminded of when the launch is. The book is going to be half price on launch day. And I hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions about that or anything that I just said, don't hesitate to drop it below. Shoot me a message. Let me know if you want to take the quiz. And then keep your eyes out on my book, Hack Your Hormones for Weight Loss. And I think that's it for tonight. And I will see you all in the new year. Have an amazing Christmas and a happy and safe new year. Till next time. Ciao.